will our children be still fertile in 2050? Can you explain why you have chosen this way of communicating?
Of course, I am not a seer. I don't have a magic ball, but I infer from data. And so our data is showing that many trends that reflect reproductive health, including sperm count, sperm quality, female reproductive health, fertility, that these are all decreasing at about 1% per year and have been for the last 40 years. So the strongest data is for the question of semen quality, because we have the biggest analysis and the most data on that for the longest period. And those data show a decrease of more than 50% in the last 40 years. This is huge. This is a very, very rapid decline, and it is continuing. It shows no evidence of leveling off. So then we can ask, how is it going to continue? And of course, that's for the future, and we don't know, but we can predict, because that's what science does, makes predictions. And our prediction is that it is going to continue to decline. And we see that by looking at the slope closer and closer to the present and seeing that the slope does not level off. It's not like when we come nearer today, it suddenly looks better. No, actually, it suddenly looks worse. So putting this together, it says that it is likely that in the coming years, an increasing number of couples will not be able to conceive a child without the aid of assisted reproduction. Assisted reproduction is not foolproof. It doesn't work for everybody, and it's very expensive. It's not available to everybody. So it is not a panacea, but it is one way that we are continuing to reproduce even today. And in fact, the number of children born by assisted reproduction has been increasing at about the same rate. So I just like to add that it's not just the male. Females are having more miscarriage. They're having more polycystic ovary syndrome, more endometriosis, and so on. So these conditions affect female fertility. So female fertility, which is more difficult to measure because we can't count eggs the way we can count sperm. But the evidence we have is that women will have fewer eggs left at the end of their reproductive life than they have today, and definitely fewer now than they've had yesterday. So by that measure as well, reproductive health is declining. Finally, if you put this together, you get fertility, which is the joint product of the male and the female, and fertility worldwide has declined 50% since 1960. So that has many reasons. Some of them are lifestyle, some of them are choice, choosing to have a child at an older age, choosing to have smaller families, and so on. But there is undoubtedly an element of damage from reproductive chemicals, from hormonally active chemicals affecting the reproductive health of these populations.
The question of infertility shows the whole spectrum of the health crisis, you know, the increase of chronic diseases all over the world, and the importance of zoonosis also.
Before you go on, I would say that one point I would make is that poor reproductive health is the canary in the coal mine for poor lifetime health.
A good formula. It's a classical image The canary in the mine, yeah.
And if you want one data point to support that, men with low sperm count and infertile men die at a younger age than men with better fertility. And they have more heart disease, more diabetes, and more cancer. That's been established.